Hello and welcome. My name is Evgeny Rusakov and you're watching your favorite TVP World program, Interview from Vilnius. Hungary has entered a new political chapter following a landmark election that brought an end to the long rule of Viktor Orbán. Questions now arise about the country's future direction, its relations with the EU, and the broader implications for democracy in the region. To discuss these developments, we are joined by Liutauras Gudžinskas, political scientist at the Institute of International Relations and Political Science. Liutauras, glad to see you in our studio, sir. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
What's your take on the recent election in Hungary? What factors explain Viktor Orbán's defeat after so many years in power?
Indeed, spectacular election and also very remarkable and spectacular victory for Péter Magyar. I would say three factors were the most important. First of all, Péter Magyar himself and his ability to create a very effective organization throughout the whole country, and his activity, his ability to engage with people, to go around the whole country, even sometimes staging 6 or 7 speeches, public speeches in different towns, etc. Another factor is the dire situation in Hungarian economy. Hungarian economy hasn't grown for 5-6 years. Also, people are feeling and seeing crumbling healthcare infrastructure, other public infrastructure becoming worse and worse. Also feeling that there is a certain corruption ubiquitous, while there is a propaganda media has been captured by Orban. People through everyday experience they feel what is the real situation. And the final factor, I would say, also Orban himself and his constructed system, electoral system, which was very disproportionate and which allowed him to win 4 times.
And which actually allowed him to lose these last
Yes, because of these disproportionate effects. Péter Magyar, he collected only 54% of general vote, but he got more than 66% of seats in the parliament. And which allows him then to make wholesale change in the whole political system of the country.
Okay, we will come back to Péter Magyar for sure. Now, those external factors, such as Russia or the US, so did they play any role in this outcome?
It's interesting that both Russia and US very clearly supported Orban. So indeed, we can see that presence of international actors was very clear. And Orban himself, his main message was very based on geopolitics. Zelensky, also Ursula von der Leyen were in many billboards around the country. So he was sending a message that there is an enemy, there is a certain danger, and he, as a prime minister, long-standing prime minister, is the sole person to defend the country. But people didn't buy this. They didn't buy also visit of J.D. Vance, U.S. Vice President.
Some say that this actually even worsened up the whole situation.
I wouldn't say that it affected so much, but one can say that actually increasingly we can see that, and populists in Europe are sensing this, that Trump's support sometimes is not benefiting them. I think Orban's case also shows that Trump is not very liked by European people, and his activity maybe play against those whom he wants to support.
Okay, now let's come back to Péter Magyar, the new Prime Minister, Hungarian Prime Minister. So what should Hungarians expect from his leadership, first of all?
It's a very good question. Still, not many things are known about Magyar. It is known that he was former Fidesz member, although he joined the party in 2002 when Fidesz was in the opposition. So he's not such maybe not so opportunist guy and so on, who likes only a power and who has not any ideas. He has ideas. He's very clearly articulated his wish to bring Hungary back to Europe. He wants also to clean the state, to make the whole system more transparent and also democratic, to change this whole system that Orban has been constructing, has been building over 16 years. But there's a very important proverb or saying that power corrupts people, absolute power corrupts absolutely. So I wish for Hungarian people that this saying wouldn't come true in this case.
Wouldn't stay in the past. Let's put it that way.
But I would say that Hungarian people, civil society, need to watch and also to participate in this reform of the system, because otherwise, if everyone is left only for Magyar, there could be also some other developments that maybe are not so welcome.
Péter Magyar already announced his first foreign visits: Warsaw, Vienna, and just then Brussels. So what does this say about Hungary's foreign policy priorities, and how might its relations with the EU evolve under Péter Magyar?
I think his choice of visits are rather traditional. Look, when Lithuanian president or prime minister is elected, they also come to Latvia or Warsaw. In Hungarian case, Austria, historical partner, and also Poland, the biggest country in East Central Europe, also very important geopolitical partner.
Plus Visegrad Group as well.
And also Visegrad Group. So, and also Prime Minister currently Donald Tusk is a colleague in European People's Party. So I think it's a very understandable choice. And Péter Magyar actually already day after the victory, he talked with Ursula von der Leyen, and I think his future visit to Brussels will be a continuation of these talks, how to restore Hungary's relationship to the European Union.
Plus Hungarian money.
And Hungary, he's of course, it was one of his messages that he wants to unfreeze European Union support, which belongs to Hungary, to Hungarian people. But of course, that will be not very easy process, because he also has to deliver on reforms in judicial system, in media system, etc. But I think European institutions and he will find the common ground, because also European institutions, European Commission is also interested in making Hungary back into a European family. Not to say about Ukraine's affair, that Hungary has been vetoing support to Ukraine, and I think now it's a crucial moment when this support can finally be delivered to Ukraine.
Okay, we're just about to discuss Ukraine together with Russia, because Péter Magyar has stated that he is ready for pragmatic cooperation with Russia. So what could such pragmatic cooperation look like in practice, and how might this affect Hungary's relations with Ukraine?
I think his words just reflect the situation that Hungarian, first of all, energy system is to a large extent depends on Russia, on Russian gas, other resources, and it's not so easy to radically change this situation. So you need to have to sort of dialogue and try to agree on some practical terms. But I wouldn't interpret his words, which you quoted, as a sign that he would somehow willing to support Putin in his
like Viktor Orbán.
Like Viktor Orbán. So yeah. But also he also echoes public mood in the country. Orban succeeded to make Zelensky almost hated figure in Hungarian society. His propaganda was so powerful and so effective. So yeah, and Magyar, during his election campaign, he was very smart and choosing topics what he wants to speak. And he didn't
talk about Ukraine a lot.
Yes, he usually was speaking only about these things that are supported by Hungarian people, at least 60%. So he was trying to avoid all so-called toxic topics, ranging from Ukraine and Zelensky to migration and also LGBT rights, etc. So, and this is actually one question which still remains a big unknown, what he's going to do.
What direction is Hungary's foreign policy likely to take under the new government?
As I said, I would expect him to make Hungary much more pro-European. Which doesn't mean that Hungary will be Euro enthusiastic and will support all initiatives that are proposed by European Commission or big European member states. I think he will try to block with some Visegrad countries, foremost Poland, and also arguably with Austria, and also trying to search for some allies. But he will try to restore Hungary's reputation. He will try to make it a constructive partner within European matters, which is, I think, good news both for Poland and also for Lithuania, also for other European member states. Concerning NATO, it's and also concerning relations to US, it's maybe more difficult to say, but. It was interesting to see how Trump reacted to the outcome of Hungarian election. He almost seemingly he forgot that he supported Orban, and
yes.
He said, well, Magyar is also a good guy, and I'm willing to work with him. And yeah, Magyar also, I think he will easily forget.
So that looks like a price of friendship in politics.
Yes, I mean, yes, friendship in politics is not always very, how to say, long-standing. And
exactly. Okay, my final question. So could Magyar become a new Orban?
Honestly, I don't have an answer. I'm talking with some Hungarian colleagues that I know for a long time. And they do not refute this possibility that, for example, he will try to save some systems of some elements of our Orban system which would favor him. But I would say if he's doing this, he would be rather short-sighted. So this prospect, I think, restricts Péter Magyar, and I hope very much and wish for him and for Hungarian society that this country will become again democratic and pro-European as it was before.
Well, stakes are high. Liutauras, thank you for joining us today, and I really hope to see you once again in our studio.
Thank you for inviting me.
And I would like to remind our viewers that our guest for today was Liutauras Gudžinskas, political scientist at the Institute of International Relations and Political Science. You're watching TVP World. Stay with us.